Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Thomas Carter Rochester. Obviously, I'm not here today, but I appreciate you for tuning in right here to Lights, Thunder, Action. I just wanted to give my thoughts on Tenet really quick. Today is a Friday, so I'm pre-recording this message for all of you. I saw it last night. Holy shirt bollocks, was that movie f***ing amazing. It's a mind-boggling IMAX extravaganza that only Christopher Nolan can do. And if you've not seen it, I'm going to recommend right here now, only see it in IMAX because wowzers. The plot is ironically straightforward. You know that they must stop the bad guy from doing the bad thing before end of movie. It's how this plot unfolds that really creates vintage classic Christopher Nolan what happened next mystery that does add a tinge more of complexity to the plot. For me, it gives just enough breadcrumbs to entice my mind, but it's so overt that I was able to place things together rather swiftly. So, about the acting. John David Washington is the f***ing GOAT. He brings his suave attitude, which really does well covering up his badass ability to beat you down with a cheese grater. Kenneth Branagh, who plays Sator, was a nice surprise when I saw him pop up, and he brings such a powerful presence when he's on screen that is incredibly unnerving, especially when he's being a total dick to Elizabeth Debicki's cat, which we'll get to in a minute. Pattinson, or as I'm going to call him from these days forward, Battinson, is fantastic. He's an amazing mirror for John David Washington, and he has such a perfect complement to his character, who is named Neil, to John David Washington's protagonist. They complement each other in skill, attitude, and knowledge, which, I mean, spoiler alert, makes total sense come the end of the movie in Revelation. My only issue when it comes to my only real issue with this movie is they wrote Elizabeth Debicki to just be a damsel in distress, in the sense that she's always being saved by a dude until the very end of the movie, which, spoiler alert, spoilers, she enacts vengeance. Sorry, vengeance. So she does get her vengeance, and she does have this strong moment, but it doesn't feel as powerful as it should because she's consistently being saved along the way by dudes, and I don't like that. Let women kick ass. Come on, Nolan, be better. Having said that, that's all about the written version of the character. She's a badass. She brings such a nuanced and beautiful and raw presence and love to the role. Like when she's talking about her son, you can see the love in her eyes, how she can go from hating someone to loving someone in the same moment just because she needs to do that. Amazing. She's also a f***ing goat. I mean, come on, she's phenomenal in everything she does. As a fan of figuring out the plot and what's going on as we go through the story, the mystery of what is going on left me feeling a little wanting. I picked up on the doppelganger effect far earlier than I believe the plot wanted me to, and I wasn't really surprised at the end of the film when they revealed the true nature of the protagonist. However, it did tie up some loose ends very nicely that were left dangling from pieces of dialogue from various characters throughout the whole film. Which brings me to the quantum resolution, the quantum sections, I should say. And they revolve around, I don't know, actually. They don't really reveal. It's not something they ever quite reveal in the film that I can recall. Maybe I'll pick it up in the second viewing. But the story, but the in-story plot for a couple of sections require experiencing the same events from a different point of view. So to round up this whole entire thing, in short, time is relative. I give this movie 4.5 out of 5 stars. I thank you all for tuning into this episode of Lights, Thunder, Action with David Thompson and the better-looking version of me, Kevin Budasing. Adios from Texas. David, Kevin, back to you.